the one who did it. You best believe I said it. Now do I have your attention? The fact, so I just heard it, so please do not disturb it. I think you're falling deeper and I really just reversed it. Go down that path again and I'ma really try to curb it. Oh, play that back again, cause I think I heard something real. Something real. I think I got something real. Something real. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Realist Podcast. My name is Tyler, aka Ty the Illest, and today we are on episode 8 weeks of the Realist Podcast. I'm so happy, and I have two of my friends here, my guests. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Cheyenne. I was here last week.
My name is Diavian. You can find me at Dreamless Behavior.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Of course.
And we have Diavian here, our hidden member of Light Skin Legion.
Sheesh.
She's what makes us look beautiful on camera. And we thank you all for being here today.
Lighting and editing is D.
Work. So I want to thank you all for being here today with me. This week's episode of the Real Talk Podcast is, well, the topic is, you are not your mistakes. Encourage people to stop beating themselves up over past failures and share how our mistakes are part of learning and growing.
Okay.
Yeah, this kind of is like a little, not a sidetrack, but feeding from last week's topic where we talked about how to stop comparing yourself to others, which it falls underneath the category of course, knowing that you are not your mistakes. Because without having mistakes, without learning these lessons, you won't be able to grow through things. As much as you go through it, you grow through it. So, what do you guys think about that?
I think back to what you said last week about your experience with not caring about what's going on in the gym when you go work out.
Mm-hmm.
And you said like you were your own worst enemy when it comes to not meeting your goals. Right. So if you are comparing yourself to other people in terms of that aspect, then you're too focused on the past to ever go past that.
Right.
So you'll be stuck in this cycle of, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I didn't meet this past goal. How can I expect myself to do better next time if I didn't meet this easier thing?
Exactly.
Well, then you're never going to go anywhere because you're in this cycle. So you need to let it go, right? You can't get blessings if your hands are closed.
There you go.
Amen to that, because like you said, it's all a process. Making mistakes is okay as long as you don't get complacent in making a mistake. As long as you don't beat yourself up while you're down. You know, the whole point of being knocked down is to learn how to get back up. And that's where learning from the mistake lies, because you have to take that with a grain of salt, really. You can't beat yourself up in a way that's just going to make you, like I said, be complacent. You can't do that. Consistently being complacent is going to keep you stuck in the past. And that's no way to live.
That's true. Especially when I feel like a lot of people also let nostalgia cloud their mistakes, because it's like when you make a mistake as a child, you're a kid, you know, like
Right.
You don't know better. But as an adult, if you're continuing that pattern, that behavior, it's not really cute. Like, you have to grow out of that at some point.
Exactly.
You have to take those steps and do that work to become more mature as a person. Because maturity doesn't just come. It's worked on. So
It's learned.
yeah, very much so. It's something that you very much have to grow into. So I agree with you on that one, for sure.
I feel like the biggest thing in this generation is encouraging people after their mistakes is a really big thing, because once you make a mistake, it's kind of like, oh my God, this is so dire to my entire existence. And it's not the end of the world. You don't have to crash out. It's okay. I know we have a lot of crash out kings and queens out there, but listen, I would say don't aim to make mistakes. Just aim to rise above it, no matter if it's a good or a bad outcome. Your strength has to be undeniable. I'm not saying you have to put on a face. I'm not saying that you have to lie to the world and say that you're okay, because it's okay not to be okay. What I'm saying is own up to your mistakes and just take it as a lesson and not as a punishment, like you said. I think, yeah.
When I was in school in Albany, grades were like bad, awful, terrible, gross, right? Really bad. And then the school shut down, right? The school shut down, and I felt like such a failure because I had gone away to school. My parents, my family, my friends were all like, yeah, you're gonna go, you're gonna do great, you're gonna do all these things. And then the school shut down. I feel like I wasted everyone's time, I wasted everyone's money. I didn't do the things that I set out to do. And I was in like a really bad place just because I felt like, how am I supposed to go on? Like I felt like such a total incomplete failure. And I was talking to my parents about it. I'm crying, I'm like doing all those things. It's like, Cheyenne, you cannot change what happened, right? You have an opportunity to move forward, so do that.
Yep.
Right? So transferred here. Shout out to York. Shout out to York. And I got a 4.0 last semester, which like it's when you allow yourself to let go of all the things that had happened in the past, you reach there's new opportunities, there's new things for you to do. I met all of you guys. I'm like in the studio, I'm doing the thing that I feel like I was put on this earth to do, and I couldn't have gotten here if I had stayed in that deep place of self-loathing that I was in because I had failed. So that's my little bit.
Would you say that shift in your season, it like kind of altered your reality?
Oh, 100%. I don't think you can like live through your school closing and not have a change in perception.
Right.
Yeah.
But that change in mindset of like, okay, everything you knew is gone now, right? So you have to find different avenues of moving forward.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, instead of living on campus, I'm commuting to school, right? I'm like taking lunch with me. I'm doing all these things. I'm staying later at school to help, in the studio, or I'm doing homework, or I'm studying in my room at home instead of like in the library on campus, right?
All these new adjustments
that I have to make, but it made me better for it because now I know it's like, okay, you've done this and you failed, so now you know what not to do.
Right.
So now you know if I feel like, oh, I'm going down this path again, I can recognize it.
Yup.
And then, okay, let's take a step back. Why am I feeling like this? What's going on? And then maybe if I got a bad grade on a test, instead of being like, oh, I'm a complete and utter failure, talk to your teacher about it. What can I do to improve the next grade? Or go to the, success center, the tutoring center, do whatever you need to do. I fell into the trap of like keeping everything to myself and like kind of like, oh, I'm an adult now. I gotta handle my business, right? I'm locked in. I can do everything I need to do, but it's like,
college is the place to build that sense of community. Yes. So if you make mistakes, you have people to relate to who will understand and not, listen, and they won't judge. Especially like with y'all, I know that I can talk to you guys openly and earnestly about my mistakes. Like even when we make mistakes in here, whether it be small or big mistakes, we still recognize and know that we are all learning. And in this industry, like I said, take everything with a grain of salt because mistakes are how you learn. You'd rather make a small mistake than a big mistake that's going to completely change your life. And even if that does happen, at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. It's God's plan, not our plan.
That's true. You want to know something funny? Remember how earlier you were talking about you wanted to know the lore? Yeah. The exact same thing that happened to you happened to me. It's just without the school closing. Essentially, it's like, I think they call it the egg theory, where it's like, everybody's lived the same life at one point or another. You're just cycling through everybody's lives.
Yep.
But literally the same thing happened to me. Like, that's what architecture, since I was a kid, going to school for it, college, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna do good. I've been studying this since I was 5 years old.
Right.
Did horrible. My professors weren't good. The program itself was said to be one of the best ones in the country, but I was by myself in a place where they didn't like New Yorkers really, and it was rough because it was hard to make friends because you're brand new and everybody who's there has known each other since they were kids.
So you're coming in, were alone.
Yeah, you're coming in at the college level and nobody's trying to know you except for like I have maybe 2 friends the entire time and like whole 2 years in there, and I only talk to one of them now past that. So it's rough when you go in thinking, okay, I've feel like this is what I'm supposed to do, and then you get absolutely railroaded by all these harsh expectations that these people have. Like, you go into this program expecting to learn architecture, they expect you to have been one already. Come in with the drawing skills. Come in with the drawing skills. The
check
IQ
is non-refundable.
Like,
I just thought of that.
The way that they treat people wasn't right. So it took a serious toll on my mental health. I came here, was faced with, do I continue to try to pursue that path, or do I do something new? So I was scared, but I tried something new. Wound up in web development, web design. Stop looking at me like that. Wound up in web development / web design, and it was fun. I liked it a lot. Like, I did. But
she ate.
But then
the best web dev person I've ever seen. I don't even know if that's a proper term.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm more so in the web design, but then I was kidnapped, essentially.
She was kidnapped.
I was kidnapped into...
I kidnapped her.
I blame our professors. Not actually kidnapped. Nah.
Not joking.
Another time. But I was kidnapped into TV and production by some people that we know. Some people we know. And this person over here. And
I'd do it again.
And it's actually turned out to be a really good decision.
Because why? She is a wonderful cinematographer. Thank you very much. Because any of my music videos that y'all have seen, she did that.
Thank you.
She did that. Clock it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I get it. It's, if I would have stayed with that mentality of, architecture didn't work out, obviously I'm a failure, I can't do anything right. Which for a little while it started to feel that way, but you can't let that happen, because then you won't go anywhere and you won't be able to experience anything new. So
you can't let that mistake sink in.
Yeah, nah.
Because mistakes are a part of life. Because at the end of the day, when you look back, you want to have no regrets. And I feel like having regrets is the biggest mistake you can make in life. That's something that you can't come back from unless you just really go back and forgive yourself. And that's the message for today, is encouraging y'all to forgive yourselves. Because you making mistakes is not going to be the end of the world. It's not. It's a part of life. People may try to beat up on you and tell you you're not this, you're not that, your mistakes are too bad, you're not gonna make it. It doesn't matter what they say. Half the time when people try to put you down, it's just a deflection of what they're actually feeling. And it doesn't matter.
Projection.
Projection
is rough. Listen,
projection can be rejection.
Something that black folks, we say a lot. At the end of the day gonna end. So
at the end of the day, the day gonna end.
And no copyright, the sun will come out tomorrow. That's really what it is. If you think about it. But I think we are just about out of time. So we're going to close this episode. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you who are returning, we appreciate you. Thank you to my guests for being here. I appreciate y'all. Again, the Light Skin Legion. Cheers! If you guys ever need to contact me, please comment down below, or you can DM me at my personal Instagram at TyTheIllest. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye!